welcome everybody to the.
How you doing, Miss Laverne?
Oh God, it's, I just don't even know. I lost my phone. Spent like 2 hours trying to find it. Couldn't find it on the app, and it's just been, one of those
Well,
days.
you should have called me. I'd have called it and tried to help you find
I couldn't. It wouldn't work like that. I have three phones, so
it.
I was calling it, but I just couldn't find it. So it was. Oh my God, it's just one of those days. I don't. How you doing, Gator?
Hey, it's all right, but you know what though? You got me here now, so all is good in this hood now.
Do that thing
You know
again,
what?
Mark.
All is good in this hood. You got me.
Mark, do that thing again. There you go. There you go. There you go. And how are you, Ava? Welcome to the Hood Conservative Podcast.
Oh, well, thanks for having me, Lauren. It's a great honor to be here. I love you. I follow you on X, and yes, I'm excited to be here. You guys are fun.
Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, Gator, can you see the comments?
I see him up there. I don't see him coming in yet.
Oh, because they didn't have an. Hey, y'all, we know y'all are up here. Please retweet the show and give us a shout out so we'll know that you are in the room. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on your buddy Ashley. That's who I'm. I'm waiting on Ashley to come back.
which
Where's
one was
Ashley? Come on.
it?
It
What's that?
wasn't that Ashley last week? Had some shit to say. Wasn't that person's name, Ashley?
I don't
Was
know.
talking shit about Laverne.
What?
Oh no,
Hadn't
no,
I
no.
heard?
In the comments, oh, they ain't gonna do that. They after they get that nick that patty whack, give a dog a bone. They
I
don't.
just waiting. I had brought my chips and everything. Come on, man.
So, Ava, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your congressional run in Texas. Go ahead.
Well, I am running for the second district in Texas. Right now, it's currently held by Dan Crenshaw. We There is a grassroots movement in Texas that is sweeping the state because sadly we have a rhino problem in Texas, state level all the way to the federal level, and where we need good candidates to step up to the plate. And it's exciting because there are good candidates. People are awake.
Oh,
We're going to codify Trump's executive orders. We're going to go to Capitol Hill, and we're going to cause havoc to the rhinos and the Democrats.
And actually, that's like one party in itself. The Rhinos and the Democrats, they're basically one. If you're not supporting the party, you are a Rhino, and we don't care if you are using the aura, in front of your name. You still are a Rhino. And hi, Silver Bell. We see you. We see you in the chats. Thank you for joining
yeah.
us.
That's one of my girls. I call her that's our Brooklyn bombshell right there, Miss
Okay.
Silverbell. She's up there in Brooklyn, New York,
Oh
and
my
she's
talk
quite the lady up there. She's holding down NYC in Brooklyn in the house.
talking about hell on wheels and hell on earth. New
Right,
York, what
right.
the hell going on? This guy is like he's like single-handedly destroying that place. Single-handedly. And he wants to he really wants to get rid of the police. And also not only get rid of the police, he wants to allow the prisoners, everybody in prison to be free. Is this
There
Yep.
what you're
global
supporting?
initiative to destroy this country.
And the sad part is them idiots up there in that state. Not of course, present company excluded in the comments there, Miss Silverbell. And there's quite a few of them up there that are excluded from that, are going to vote for this asshole, and they're
And
going to
that's
put him in office.
let me tell you something. And hi, Natalie. We see you in the comments. Let me tell you something. This is destruction from the inside. We have been invaded as a country. We have an invasion that's taking place throughout this community. Because let me tell you, um, the bald headed one, Ilian Omar, like what she did for her district, she moved in all the Somalians, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have a question. I didn't even think. I'm sorry, Laverne. Go ahead.
Now she has a whole Somalian voting base. She has her
Mm-hmm.
whole voting base right there in Minnesota. That's like little fucking Somalia. So
Did,
now she's guaranteed to win basically every election. And what is she doing with the majority of her funding? She's sending it to Somalia because that's where her loyalty is to. It's to her country. So what we see going on throughout the United States, right? We see all these little small towns now have an influx of illegal aliens.
Right. And there's something I forgot to ask.
I feel like this is by design. I think it's an invasion. They planning a takeover. And if we just sit back and don't fight and don't do anything, then these little small towns throughout the United States are going to be run by people from all of the leadership are going to end up being ran by people from other countries.
Yep. And something I forgot to ask Miss Ava, actually, and even Gregorio, because he's in Texas as well. He's one of ours. Um, was them damn Muslims in Texas. How close are you to those assholes?
there are some enclaves close by. One of the ones that's in my district that's a little more concerning is Colony Ridge. That one is kind of cartel fueled, but Amy Meck keeps her thumb on the pulse of what's going on with these Islamic enclaves. Our Texas state legislator and our government, they gave over, I think this last year, over $13 million to different Islamic groups. So they're funneling our taxpayer dollars. There are Texans, multi generational Texans, that can't afford food because of the property tax. And we have a surplus of taxes right now, $52 billion, I believe. And they're giving it to these Islamic enclaves. And some of the legislation that they have passed this last session has promoted Islam, has promoted Pakistani Day. If you know the history of Pakistan and a Pakistani Day, it has no value to Texas, and it actually is an insult to Texans
And
and country.
and this is going on under Abbott.
Right. And here's the problem. Here's something that's, if they can, and they're very bold about it. CARE and Islamic Brotherhood, they're very bold in their proclamations stating, if we can get a hold of Texas, if we can take Texas over, the rest of the country will follow. I mean, they've done it with Minnesota, they've done it with New York, they're doing it with California, but their sights and their focus is strictly right now hyper focused on Texas.
Right. Because Laverne mentioned, Somali, so and the Somalians. I mean, let's not mistake the fact that them fuckers are Muslim too. So it's all Muslim, period. So they're focused from the top. They're trying to get Texas. They're coming in from the side. So let's look at it. It's a classic move of all four sides. You got the Somali Muslim sons of bitches in the top. You got them fuckers in the bottom in Texas. They're coming in on the sides in California and on the blue coast. Now
So,
they're getting New
Gator,
York. So that's all four sides.
Once they okay, we know they already basically started a takeover of the United States, right? So
Right.
once they are successful, what's going to be their next move? I just want you to tell people, for the ones that do not know, They gonna come after who?
Who they gonna come after? They gonna come after us, the little fellas. The
They
ones
gonna
with
come.
the guns are the ones they're gonna come after next, because that's
They
the only
gonna
reason they haven't taken us over altogether.
they're gonna come after the Christians.
Yes, the Christians with the guns, because that's their biggest threat. That's the only reason the United States hasn't been taken over. It's not because of our military. I mean, we all know that that's the reason they're not coming here. But the reason they don't attack us on our own land is because behind every blade of grass there's 5 fucking guns, and the whole world knows it, because we have the Second Amendment, and we will not let our fucking government take our guns, no matter how hard they try to.
Okay, no problem.
Because every Democrat in this country wants to take away our guns, and we will not let them do that.
Nope,
Because as soon as we give up our guns, we're done.
it's a wrap.
Yeah, we definitely need to keep our 2A. We need to undo some laws with the 2A. It shall not be infringed. Law abiding gun owners do not kill people.
No,
And law abiding gun owners protect us and ourselves from criminals who don't care about gun laws, who don't care about laws, period. I mean, we outlawed drugs, but drugs are still prevalent in the United States,
preach it, sister.
you know?
Exactly.
And then, Ted Cruz, he's putting out a bill. He's the removing or designating the Islamic Brotherhood a terrorist organization. I think we even need to take it one step further and add CAR to that as well. Because I know a lot of people kind of tiptoe around this because they feel like Islam is freedom of religion. It's not. It's an ideology.
No,
And it goes against the Constitution and their
it's a
rhetoric.
cult.
Exactly. And if we don't address it correctly and if we don't address it immediately, we have a huge problem. I mean, we already have a problem on our hands, but it's only going to intensify.
I agree with Silverbell right there. Deport them all. Get them out. Deport all their asses. They pull no punches. They don't sugarcoat shit. They tell you straight up, I'm here to kill you. Now, if somebody stepped on my land and said, I'm here to kill you, Gator, there's a gunfight coming on. And I'm going to deport them off of my land. One of the two of us is leaving my property dead. It's either going to be me or it's them. But somebody's going out in the body bag. Same concept should apply to them sons of bitches. One of the two of us is going out in a body bag out of this country, them or us, and it should be them, and it should start now.
I
It's time
think
to
that
go.
Gator, I think that people need to, sometimes people are like, I don't even want to use the term docile, but it is what the fuck it is. I think that people are naive, gullible, underestimating. You cannot underestimate a fucking takeover that's taking place
No,
in your neighborhood. You cannot underestimate it. Especially if you're talking about a little small country towns like you would have in Alabama,
right.
Carolina, Georgia, these little small towns that where people basically, okay, know each other. Everybody knows each other, but you have people there that nobody know who they are, that don't even speak your language, but they're coming to take over your town. So don't just hide a neighbor on their motherfucking asses, because they have a plan to
Oh
steal,
yeah.
kill, destroy, and conquer. So y'all
And
need
what?
to wake up. And I'm doing the sounding bell right now for y'all
Right.
to wake
And
up
And what they're doing is, see, these motherfuckers are just like a damn Democrat. They're playing the long con on your ass. They've been here a long time. So they're little hoppa dabba dabba dabba. That shit has dwindled in time to where they sound a little bit more they sound a little bit more accommodating to you. They still got that damn accent, but they sound a little bit more accommodating. They're more friendly. They have adapted more. They still got the same fucking psychotic plan, but they've adapted more. So they sound more welcoming to you.
Well, there's
So
this
they've lulled you into a sense of security to where you go, howdy, neighbor. And they're like, howdy. But they're thinking, howdy, I'm fixing to fuck you up. Just you wait.
Yeah, they have a term called takia, and it's basically a deception. And they're very meticulous, and they're very thorough in their strategy in trying to take over. And they've been very successful in Europe, where they're trying to, show assimilation. If you show any adversity to anything that they do, oh, then you're a racist. And you're the problem, not them. But here
they're generationally killing us.
Yes.
Just because they show up, the generation that shows up is not necessarily one that's going to kill you.
You gotta fight back.
Yeah, the generation that shows up in your country is not necessarily the one that's going to kill you. They're the ones that can't speak no fucking English, but they're the ones that's going to survive and get the toehold in. And then they're going to breed about 18 of them motherfuckers, and then they're going to grow up. That might not be the generation that kills you, but they're going to breed about 18 more of them motherfuckers, and they're going to slowly outbreed your ass. And eventually, one of the generations is going to be able to speak perfect English, but they've been taught and they've been trained and they have been brainwashed by their fucking religion, that cult, to kill the Christian, kill the Jew, kill the motherfucker that ain't you. They had that. They still have it in their head, but they may be 5 generations in, but they still going to kill that. They're going to kill you, but not you, because you're going to be dead too. You're going to be all dead and passed away, but they're going to kill your great grandchildren and take the country. That's how they fight, because they've done outbred your ass. You've had 4 kids to their 45 kids. So they done outpopulated you. They can take over the country without firing a shot.
Right. That's why they're pushing that trans agenda. Okay.
Yep. And the Democrats are opening the door for them.
Follow that. Then that's going to be the less people that will be breeding and having babies. That's what that's all about. Right.
Well,
and I bet you, if you look into child trafficking and shit, it's the black ones, it's the Latino ones, it's the white ones that are being trafficked. And I bet you'll find out it's a lot of the Muslims and shit doing the trafficking. That's just a guess. It's a theory. I can't prove it, but I bet I'm close to right.
It's some of everybody involved with that, from organizations to.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm not saying it's just the Muslims doing it. There's a lot of them doing it, especially the cartels.
Yes.
There's Mr. Mike Wilnaw, another one of our candidates.
Hi.
Sorry about being late. Contrary to what the left will have you believe, the bills do in fact not pay themselves. So I had to finish up a job real quick, but I'm all yours.
Okay, so tell us, Mike. Tell us about your district, and I see you running for congressional 11th district in Florida.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so my district is all of Sumter County, which hosts the largest retirement community in the entire world. The Villages, we've all heard of the Villages, I think. But the district is so much more than that. We have such a rich history. And,
baby, the Villages are living their damn best life. You know what I'm saying?
telling you, I guess that it depends on your perspective. But
they making it do what it do, baby.
They're having fun. They're having fun.
They're having something in there.
They are having something. Yeah. I don't want to find out everything, but I've been around long enough. I know quite a bit.
Yeah, break it
Some
up and
local
send them to
lore.
nursing homes because they don't belong in that insane asylum.
Listen, the villagers got plenty of activities keeping them busy, and the last thing they're thinking about is the nursing home. Okay.
That ain't no lie. They doing some shit. They doing some shit
they're
in there the
gonna
cartels will cringe about.
they're gonna party till they drop, man. That's it. That's it.
Yes,
But
Lord.
more power to them.
Talk
But yeah,
about
my district is all of Sumter County, and then the majority of Lake County, which is where I'm from. I was born and raised there. I've never lived anywhere else. Um, until this past year, I had to move up to the county north. So I now live in the Ocala National Forest, right down in the center. The reason for that is it was the only way that I could afford to buy a house. I'm a father of four. I work for a living. Uh, I work in manufacturing, so I'm a tradesman. I'm a blue collar guy. I went from childhood poverty to join the middle class with I like to say with trade school, not law school. Um, so I'm proud of that. Just bought my first house, but unfortunately, I had to move out of my had to move away from home. It was the only place I ever knew. Uh, I love it there. We're so much more than just the villages there. We have a really rich history and um, old Florida. From citrus to the Cracker Cowboys. It's just a lot of cool stuff out there.
Yep,
and who are you running?
Gator knows.
I do. Grew up there myself.
And who are you running
Man,
against, Mike?
So I'm running against a career politician named Daniel Webster. He's held public office for over 40 years. Um, I don't think that he's a bad man, right? I don't think that he's a super corrupt guy, but he's part of the problem. He's part of the problem that got us to where we're at. And it's our job to make a difference. It's our job to step in and take back control from these people.
Okay, I see Travian is in
Hey
the room.
you all, hey you all, hey you all, hey Gator, how are you? Hello there, Ava. Hello there, Mike. How are you? I wanted
Oh,
to pop in
fantastic!
today. I'm in the midst of, handling a whole lot of business. Gator, don't say anything. But I'm sitting next to one of the most profound, icon, legendary people in music, the founding member of the Eagles, Bernie Ledden. So he's going to say hi to you all very quickly. And just to preface, I'm not saying he's a conservative. I'm not saying he's not. So just to let you know, he is not politically affiliated by any means whatsoever. But this is Mr. Bernie Ledden of the band, the Eagles, Hotel California. All that's all you guys seem to know. But he is
Yeah.
the man that created the
hey, I know
band,
the Eagles.
Bernie Ledden.
Hi,
Hi,
y'all.
What is going on, Bernie?
I have no idea, man. I'm waiting
He's in
for
the Hotel
Travian to tell me.
California.
She'll tell me what's happening.
So this is the podcast that I
She
do
does.
every Thursday. It's called The Hood Conservative.
Okay.
And so we have, and this is Laverne Spicer. She's the founder of the show.
Hello.
And
hey,
so,
welcome.
and so we do
Thank you.
this and we talk about everything that happens in the world, everything that happens in the country, political or not, music. We've had other artists on before. So we have a pretty large audience. I don't know how many people are in today, 3,000, 4,000. So
I'm sure. Probably about
this is
3,000.
Bernie Ledden. You guys will probably never have this opportunity again to see such an icon, the man
No,
who created the Eagles band. This is him.
Okay.
She's
I
she's
certainly
quite a
will not.
promoter.
She
She's a
is.
really good promoter. Well, that's
She
awesome.
is
Y'all have
definitely
this
that.
community. I think community is super important, right? And we have to have micro communities of choice, right? Communities of
Yes,
choice. So that's awesome.
I agree with you.
Oh yeah.
We did a food distribution today to help our community, and that's something I've been doing for the last 30 years. And it's so important that we have a safety net in this community, and that people understand that everything that is going on. And Raven, welcome to the show. She's running
She's
for
running for Congress. Raven just joined. She's running. So let me just give you a little insight on Laverne. Laverne feeds 5,000 people a month in Miami, and she's been doing this for almost 30 years. 5,000 people a month.
That's
So
that's a big kitchen, I have to say.
Yeah, yes, it is.
We give out food that they can take home and eat, so they can
Yeah,
cook. So we just provide the food for them, and we also give out clothing. We go to the senior buildings. We help them with personal care items because a lot of seniors receive less than $700 a month. You
That's
know,
right.
we're talking about
that's
cutting
awesome.
this, cutting this, cutting that. The people that are mostly affected is the people that have worked all of their life help build this country in the first place, which is the senior population. So we try to provide that safety net for them so that they know when they're in need or you have a problem, you can come talk to us. We are here. Like Travis said, we've been around for 30 years, so we have that relationship. And we have been doing everything that we are doing on a shoestring budget. On a shoestring budget, and especially now because our Miami-Dade County is in a $400,000, no, $400 million deficit.
Yes.
A $400 million deficit. And as a matter of fact, we having the budget hearings on today. So a lot of these organizations are on pins and needles because a lot of us don't know if we're going to be able to continue our programs, especially if the county is the main place that we are getting our funding from. So, it's just so much going on. It's a lot going on.
It is, and Laverne's one of the great people that she's always doing stuff, even when the cameras aren't rolling. She's uh, always taken care of, and it is a huge Trey. You outdid yourself. This is what an honor
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
to meet the founder. I've actually been to an Eagles concert, so feeling pretty good right now. But
Well, nice to meet you all. I actually went to high school in Florida
Oh,
back when I was a yes,
His
back
dad was a rocket scientist.
yeah.
woo,
He was for real. Yeah, he taught at the University of Florida. We were up in Gainesville, up north.
Go
yes,
Go
Gators! I
Gators.
live just
Go
outside of
Gators! Yeah,
Gainesville.
man. I'm still a Gator wherever I am.
that's
That's it, right
right.
there,
Okay, y'all, I
right
gotta
there.
go. I
okay.
appreciate y'all.
All
I'll see
right,
y'all next
Trey.
All
week.
right,
Bye.
See ya.
bye.
Bye.
Pleasure to meet
Go
you.
Gators!
All right. Bye bye.
I like your hair, girl.
And Laverne and I were in court on Tuesday,
Yes.
sticking up for a woman. They're trying to take her kids away. So we've got work to do.
You know, with a lot of people, that they are in a lot of people are in situations, but they don't understand how serious the situation is that they are in. So they kind of like, what would be the word? Um, what I don't want to say.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, they're in denial about their situation, but also they are uninformed about their situation. So we went to court with Ashley. She has 9 kids, and we
Oh
tried
yes.
that the system and her attorney did not show up, did not call
Correct.
the girl and say, "Hey, I'm not going to show up." So Ashley called a ride to court. She got there like 7 o'clock in the morning. Me and Raven got there about a little before 9. Raven came all the way from Boca
Yeah.
to there to support her, and it's sad that uh
The system is failing her. Again.
and it's not just failing her, it's failing those 9 kids. And her kids are so manable. Raven
Yeah.
had a chance to meet the little boy, such a lovable kid. And I just don't want to see those kids separated and divided. So
But
whatever I
it's
can do,
all a
I'm going.
function of what we have to do, isn't it, Laverne? That's, one of the reasons we're all doing that. And I don't know how much time you spend in this, but this is our fight. My fight started when my daughter was picked up by the throat and thrown out of school for voting for Trump in a mock election. We didn't know anything about it, her elementary school. That's what got me to the front line. And now I am running for Congress down here, and we got to do it differently. And it's we're not asking now. We're getting in there. We're going to get the job done. But this is what I love. This is what I love most about Laverne is what she does when the cameras aren't rolling. What we do when everybody's not looking. And hey,
Yeah.
Gator, good to see you.
How you doing, honey? I was
Said
waiting to
doing
see if you
good.
skip. we was getting with Mike because before we had to pop to Trey real quick because she was in and out because Mike was our newcomer. He was telling us about himself. We got some newcomers. Miss Raven, you got some company in the Patriots United stable. We got Mike Wilnaw and Miss Ava Zalari. I have to make sure I get it right. She's out of Texas, and Mike's a Florida boy there. He's down there. He's going to be representing my mama. So he's going to make sure he gets his shit right.
I do my best to keep
So,
Gator happy.
that's right. He's going to be He's going to be my mama's representative out of Lake County down there. So Mike was in the middle of his thing before we had to take a little quick detour for Miss Trey and the legend. So I'm sorry, Mike, you were saying?
I don't know. I met the guy from the Eagles, so everything's
I know, right?
gone now.
Game
Right,
over.
right.
That was cool. That was really cool. So the area that I'm from, we've gone through a lot of changes. If you're from Florida, you know how much things have changed, especially post-COVID. So we went
Yes.
from majority rural, kind of our pockets of urban density, and now it's at the point where, the local farmers are selling out every day. So the culture in the area is slowly but surely changing. Every single day. It's hard to see. It's really hard to see, but I'm gonna do my best. Do my best to keep Gator happy. um, and I can't wait to meet your mama, sir.
Well,
Raven.
I'm going to make sure she comes and does some. I mean, she's up there now. She just turned 80 this last July. So, and
Spring chicken.
Daddy passed away in 15. So, she doesn't get out much anymore. But if I ever make it back down, well, I better make it back down that way. Mama will have my hide if I don't. We'll have to come down there and do a little work, which is
Raven.
Well, I'll
so.
come to her.
He's running for the villages. He's representing the villages.
Excellent. Excellent.
Largest
Excellent.
retirement community in the world.
And we're down
Yeah.
here
Like
in
I was saying,
South.
we're not just the villages. I mean, there's so much more. We're all of Lake County. It was the #1 citrus producer in the state. For a very long time, we were part of that Lake Wales Ridge, just prime citrus production, and now it's pretty much gone. You have your few small farms that are still producing that crop, but it's changed a lot. So we're
But now,
kind of dealing with changing demographics.
Mama lives there in Groveland, and she's a little off, but she's right off of Highway 50. Like now, you get off of 50, and it's like you go through a tree line, and you're in like pastures. But you go back through that tree line, and you're in Groveland. It's like night and day. Now
Yeah.
she's got 5 acres out there. Now her house and the yard sits on like an acre and a half of it, and the rest of it is a big ass pasture with 2 cows in it. Okay. Now, if you might be interested, I don't know, it might be able to work out something. You might be able to put something out there and hold you some sort of maybe a little rally or something in the pasture.
That'd be awesome. I'd love
I have
it.
to talk to her and see if
Front row seat.
now she does have a little touch of dementia, so I have to make sure I get with my brother who's
That's
living
okay.
there, him and his wife, so she don't forget shit, and figure out whether we might be able to work something out where we can put you something out there. You can just it's just dirt and grass, so it ain't like you won't have to pay for it or nothing. You just put you something out there
God's
and
country.
invite folks to come out there and listen to you talk.
Yeah,
She's only
love
like
that.
10, 15 miles from Claremont, and what's that? Winter Garden's just a little further on past.
Yep.
And what's that? There's another. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been down there. I can't remember all them little small towns that's up around in there. But I know you. Do you do Tavares?
Yep. Tavares is my northern border. Tavares, Leesburg,
All that right,
parts of
all up
Fruitland
that.
Park.
Yeah, all that's right there running there. They ain't that far to drive.
Yep.
So I'll get a hold of my brother if he's still talking to me. And
So, can you run a clip?
and see.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be great, sir. See, I knew I liked you, Gator.
Not many people do.
Missing children. What about the 60 that they just found in Tampa, Florida last week? Let's talk about them. Let's talk about the 60 children, some of them which were pregnant, that had horrific things happening to them. 8 people have been arrested in a sting called Dragon's Eye, and there's nothing about it because 34 children supposedly is a hoax. But yet they found 60 children and nobody, silence. I've seen it on the news, a little blurb of it. Fucking sick world we live in, man. I don't understand it. How can we not be all over this? How can there not be a million posts about this? How can there not be outrage about this? How come Florida is not taken to the street looking for their kids? 60 kids, some pregnant, horrific conditions, 8 people arrested in a sting called Dragon's Eye. Look it up. Do your homework. It's disgusting.
Get the real story.
Wow.
Disgusting.
Gregory, I see you in the comments. You know, it's for me, everything is about awareness. People need to be aware. People need to pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your environment. There are so many things that are going around and going on right in front of your face, and you don't even have a clue what the hell is going on, because guess what? You're doing this. Everybody's doing this right here. Into their phone, watching the phone. Attention. Pay attention, people. The life you save, you're on.
That is just absolutely sickening. That is absolutely the reason that the wood chipper was created.
Yeah.
And the reason is because mainstream media is owned by the same dirty sons of bitches that are doing it.
Correct.
That's exactly why you're not hearing anything about it. Is because the same sorry low down sons of bitches that are trafficking these children are the same sorry bastards that own the media. Hell, they're probably in the media that are doing it.
And
that's why you're not hearing about it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Monday will be right here, y'all, at 6:00 p.m. We're gonna hold the same conversation about kids and about what is taking place with these kids that are going to DCF. Something needs to be done about it. So we'll be talking about that on Monday, and we're gonna have a great line up with that. Raven will be here, Jada, Ann Vander Steele, Letitia Perkins, and so many more.
I have, as a matter of fact, I just lined up some people from my side. I'm gonna have let me go find it real quick. I'm gonna have one of my people come in. She's an advocate out of Montana. It's hang on, let me go find her. Catherine. She runs the rhino removal project in
a lot of work to do.
That, ma'am.
She got a lot of work to do. Rhino removal.
Yeah. She's working out of the Montana for them. It's Catherine Hawley, and she's also bringing the Montana Veterans Association, the president of the Montana Veterans Association, with her.
Excellent.
And his name is Sam, and he is very involved in the child trafficking and CPS's involvement in that. So he will be coming along. He'll be coming along with me and her to join up in on that too.
Okay.
I tried to get Miss Hermie Dillon, but she said that she was busy, so she would not be able to make it.
Okay, well, this just going to be the start, but it's like a kickoff because we're gonna keep this train moving. This is.
Oh, you're damn right.
This is turn into something that's going to be very powerful. It's a lot of people already out here fighting against all of the injustices that are taking place, especially with some of these
And
that should have never been removed out of their homes in the first place.
also, Miss Ava said she would like to come along and be involved with it as well. I asked her right before we got started, and I mentioned it to her. She said she'd like to come along, and because it's something she's very passionate about herself. Because she's
Okay.
like us, don't fuck with the
Excellent.
children.
Yeah. 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 It's, and sadly here in Houston and Dallas, the sex trafficking those are the hubs in
Yes.
the United States, sadly. And again,
So
like you just said, everybody is absolutely silent about it, and it is just mind blowing. Why are we, yeah, exactly. Why are we not out in the streets? Why are we not demanding questions or
We
demanding answers to the questions? This is, I mean, it's horrific.
and
Excellent. And it's nice to meet you, Ava. Someone I was born in Houston. And so, yeah, that border is a real. I used to go down for Patriots for America, militia. And like I said, one trip down there really, really got me. People don't really realize until you see it. On one trip, we saw a toddler's underwear were nailed to a tree.
Wow.
And on another time, an unmarked bus on our side of the border, left a 10-year-old girl who had 22 live semen samples inside of her when she was found almost dead.
Jeez.
And you have the wristbands, the cartels give them. Some of them are on the ground because the kid's wrist is so small that it slides off. So there are a lot of these atrocities that people, if you haven't been to the border, it'll give you nightmares, and what they're doing to these kids. And that's part of the reason that we have to have a secure border, because we cannot encourage people to be making this trip to come into America illegally. You cannot come here illegally. Nobody gets through that border unless they are indebted to the cartels for something, for some amount of money, for some service, for something. And that should be the bigger concern, is the ones who get through owe the cartels money, and they give them access, they give them information, they give them cash, and it's another form of slavery. So we have to be willing to talk about that, but especially with the kids. Biden, how do you lose 100,000 kids? You know,
125,000.
325
thousand kids.
325,000, I believe, wasn't it?
No, it was
Or
385. It
385,000.
was
385,000.
385,000 children they could not account for. That's what, as soon as people hear that number, we know how bad it is. But really
It's
grateful,
horrible.
Ava, for people with a stomach who will stay on that, especially, like I said, keeping it real in Texas. Well done, lovely.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I think one of the issues, not that we bringing it to Congress, but when we have that influence, we need to bring that narrative to our districts. We need to bring
Yes.
that narrative, and we have to figure out the messaging, because people don't want to be bogged down with something so horrific, because they don't know how to process it. They don't know how to understand it. They don't know how to deal with it, because it's painful. And so we've got to, as representatives, we've got to get together. We've got to figure out how to we make people aware, especially in the hubs where it is happening, what to look for. I know that there was a group in California that was going to different real estate meetings, and they were giving them what to look for, because what they would do is they would bring in these normal looking families in these residential developments. They look totally normal. There's kids' toys in the front yard, but there's like 6 bedrooms to this house, and half of the bedrooms are reserved for the trafficking. So on the outside they look normal, but on the inside there's actually trafficking. So we have to figure out how are they doing this, bring that message in a way where people are going to get involved.
Yeah,
If I
it
may
goes
for
beyond
one
just the
second.
border crisis too. Go ahead, Gator.
I know this is a very important subject, but really, dude, you take the fucking time to interrupt such a topic to talk shit about Laverne. Are you that much of a fucking piece of shit that you ain't got nothing fucking better to do than jump on this fucking stream and talk a bunch of fucking shit? Okay, I'm not hard to motherfucking find. You can DM me at Real Outlaw Gator and let me know with a private DM. I will fucking send you my goddamn address. And you can come over or you can tell me where you want to meet. We'll settle this like fucking men. I'll stand up for Laverne. You can stand up for your own punk ass. All right? And then we'll solve this shit. And then you can limp on back to wherever the fuck it is you came from and crawl back under that goddamn rock.
And I'm telling you, get it, Gator,
Gator
preach,
for
because
governor.
friends don't let friends give
Oh,
out
he
ass whoopings
talking
alone. Come
you
on.
you using somebody else's picture. You piece of shit.
Come
You
on, Gator. Make ass whoopings great again.
Motherfucker, man. We're talking about children, for God's sakes.
I
You
know that's
piece
how
of
much stupid
shit.
ass idiot he is. You dumbass motherfucker.
All right, you down? That's no problem, brother. DM me. I'm waiting.
Got
I'm
gators.
waiting. Right here. Right here. I got my phone right here. DM me, motherfucker.
They ain't gonna do that. He don't even have a real page. They like to make up pages to come and say dumb shit on your podcast. Just a
I'm
little,
waiting.
just a little stupid motherfucker, bad bitch. So anyway, can you play a G?
And you better bring you some real big
My
friends
name
too.
is Ball Gay Man. Oh, shut the fuck up. We don't doubt
Jeez.
that you're bald and gay though. We don't doubt that you're bald and fucking gay.
Called digital
I
kidnapping.
thought you were
And
talking to
yes,
me for a second.
it is
there,
as
Gator.
scary as it sounds. As parents, we love to take photos of our kids and post them. It's a great way to keep our family and friends in the loop. But now experts are issuing this new alert that bad guys are using our posts against us to track our children. This morning, you're about to see how they do it.
The baby catching.
From Facebook to Instagram, parents sharing their children's lives online. But now the new world crime, digital kidnapping, predators stealing your kids' photos and spreading them online. This stranger posting on Facebook claiming this girl was his daughter. In another recent case, a child's photo was tagged on a porn site. Turns out most of us are putting our own families at risk, and we have no idea. You post all the time.
Yeah, I like to post about the kids.
That's Michelle and Reese. They think we're doing a general story about social media. What they don't know, back in Ohio, cyber safety expert Jesse Weinberger is poring over their social media pages, checking for private information. So what do you find here?
Through mom's Facebook account and everything that she's posted, I was able to find out husband's name, children's names. She has 2 children. I know their ages. I know their dates of birth. I know where they go to school. I have the address of the school. I have the name of the teacher. I know exactly which playgrounds they visit, how often they like.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
what I always tell people need to understand. Okay, when you
Thank
post
you.
all your information on these on Facebook, Instagram, you showing off your home. Oh, I'm going on vacation. So guess what? While you going on vacation, you already
Thank
don't
you.
show your address. You just setting yourself up to be robbed. And now
That's
they're
right.
how they are contacting these kids online through this cyber technology. My Lord.
This was the hardest thing I had to drill through my kid's head, because when COVID came in and all the social online gaming and everything came up, of I'm talking to such and such. I say, you don't know who the heck you're talking to. You have no
Right.
idea who you're
No,
talking to. And the kids have such a safety online that they really don't understand because they grew up with this as kind of part of their life. But I'm telling you, parents, stay on it. I'm all the time. I am diligent. I am ridiculous. I am all over what my kids are doing, where they are, what they say. And they realize most of them don't have any idea what the danger is. They don't realize because we're not teaching them to be afraid of it. We're teaching them that, they call it social media for a reason. So that, oh, it's social. No, it's
Dangerous.
pedophile ground zero. It is pervert ground zero. It is just making it easier. At least pedos in my day had to work for it. You had to actually go stalk people and chase them. Now they can just go where they are. So parents, stay on your kids. You need to know what they're watching online. You need to know who they're talking to. I have spoken to, and I know every single one of my kids' friends. I know who they are talking to. I've spoken to their parents. I know what their online gaming names are. I have it all. So if I see something that doesn't, I check their phones. So you got to stay plugged in. Got to stay
This,
plugged in.
you know,
Have to.
these kids, you need to know who they are playing those games with online.
Yes.
No, because that's how a lot of things happen and transpire and take place. So adults really need to
Yep.
be involved in
And
their.
communicate with the parents. I talk to their parents. The kids will tell you anything.
Yep.
This is safe. I always make sure I talk. That's the first thing when a new person, I want to talk to their parents. I check to make sure that the name that the parents give me matches the one that my children give me. And again, just overly, detailed information. People, please go back to just posting what you ate for dinner. I promise not to complain anymore. I remember going, nobody cares what you ate for dinner. Now I'm like, please go back to posting what you ate for dinner.
The United States is the number one consumer of child porn in the world.
Correct.
It's disgusting. Last legislative session, Tim Tebow, hey, go Gators, right, Gator?
Come
Tim
on.
That's it. Go
Tebow brought
Gators.
a House resolution to the floor to protect our most vulnerable people in our own backyard. And it just got
Yes.
lost in session. Nobody's talked about it again. I haven't heard anything about it since then. But I believe that all three of us, if and when we get there, will definitely champion that and beyond.
You
Because
mean
our
when we
kids,
get
we
there?
have to protect our
When?
kids. I
When?
said if and when. Yeah, yes.
When
I got
and
I got
when?
I got high hopes for you. Yeah, I got high hopes. Um, but our kids are the future of this country, and if we can't protect them, who will? And we have to stand up for our kids. We have to stand up for our
And
neighbors.
elections matter. That's why they matter.
Elections matter.
And
That's right.
thank
Absolutely.
God we have Gator. Gator, how come you don't stick up for me like this on social media?
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him
What
attack
the
you like that.
heck?
I haven't
So,
seen him attack you like that.
oh yeah, they
You
they
just
come hard. But Laverne, I just didn't see it because I can't see the comments right now.
Okay.
On
Um, Gregor said Gregor
you
and
let somebody come at you.
and Bruno the Gray, who I always follow and look at what he's posting. Also, he definitely has some great content. He said, "Good day, everyone. A special hello to the Outlaw Gator.
woo!
Woo woo! Gotta get that sound effect that I've been asking for."
I'm telling you, well, everybody knows the presence of Gator, but dang, Mike's got his mama. There's no,
That's right.
I'm right.
I
boy,
can't
you
mess
talk
up.
no pressure, Mike, no pressure.
He'll come and find me. I know he will. He'll tear me up. I'm telling
Damn
you.
right I will.
We need
That's,
more Gators. Make men manly again. Come on, we need our men.
that's
We need our. That's what they're
absolutely,
supposed to do.
Oh, poor
absolutely.
Joey. He says I didn't
I have
message him back.
That's not even his
I have
real
two
name.
little boys, and me and my wife
Uh,
talk about it all the time. We're not raising boys. We're raising men.
Correct.
Exactly.
And I
Amen.
tell that to my husband. I can teach my son to be a good person, but I can't teach him to be a man. And
No,
there is a difference. And I am
there
raising
is.
him. We're raising him to be a gentleman. I want him to be the same gentleman, but no nonsense that his father and grandfather are. They're both the soft spoken, but they will take it. They will take you down, and he's going to be tall
Yeah.
too. So I want him to be to get it that his mom is old school. We aren't raising any maybe babies.
Mark, can
Good
you play
deal.
a clip?
Good deal. There's hope for the future.
Oh God, this one.
Unfortunately, we do have an update on the truck driver Eric Darnell. Unfortunately, he was found alive. Now, if you don't know what's been going on with this case, this is a driver from Birmingham, Alabama. He was on a routine trip that he was going to drop off in Memphis, Tennessee. And at one point, he was on the phone with his wife. And the last time she talked to him was at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, it's being stated that he had actually stopped a little bit outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, which that is my city. And it looks like his truck was found with the keys in the truck, but his log and other items were gone. It is being reported that he was found by a tree with rope around it. Now, of course, I've been looking for news outlets. A lot of people are not reporting this. So as soon as I get some more concrete information.
I just wanted to play that clip also for awareness. It's been reported that a lot of truck drivers are missing, especially going through North Carolina. They are missing. So y'all, please be aware of that. And they also are saying that their login books are missing. And so they know who is requesting the login books. They already know. So y'all need to be aware of that. If you are a truck driver, please be aware of your surroundings at all times, especially if you're going through certain towns and places in North Carolina. That's one of the main areas for now.
Yeah.
Wow. Do they
So,
have any
Pass
but
it along.
to why they're missing, especially North Carolina?
well,
Yes,
you've got a lot of because truck drivers have the ability to cover a lot of ground without being detected. So a lot of it is tied into what you're doing, Ava, but also it has to do with what they're transporting. People don't realize how complicit some of these governments are. It was like when Gator was talking about a few shows ago, talking about why we don't have, like guard and CPS stationed at these truck stops. We used to have one at every single one. Okay, but they're
Yeah.
laxing that intentionally. That's how you get this idiot in here who killed 3 people because he made an illegal U-turn. He can't speak any English. We have a lot of things going on right now that it's just all systematic. We got to get back, and it comes back to the same thing: broken government, broken government. Okay, we're
and
expecting to get fresh
people are
water from a
fighting for
poisonous
this
well.
guy. People are fighting for him. They have collected over 2 point something million signatures to
Correct.
support this illegal man that had to buy those
Yep.
CDLs. No way in the hell he passed no test. Okay.
In
And also,
California, he absolutely didn't pass the test. Gavin probably gave it to him in a free trip to Bermuda. So that's what Gavin does is he's just handing out licenses like they're Tic Tacs, and that's why it matters. It matters because of course he didn't kill somebody in California who gave him that privilege. He came down here and killed somebody in Florida, 3 people in Florida. And the first thing I asked is how many signatures on that petition are illegal?
that's what I
Probably
want to know.
most of them. If he's here illegally, then probably everybody who signed that petition. Tom
I,
Holman, you got it?
no,
Everybody who signed that freaking petition should be in ICE custody.
Agreed.
I have a hard time believing that.
But that's just how it is. That's where we are. You hear Elizabeth Warren is on the Capitol today arguing with ROFK about people should have the right to die from these undocumented vaccines. Of going, you're withholding. He's like, I'm not withholding. People who want it can still get it.
And the Florida Surgeon General has spoken, and he's saying that he's removing them from Florida. He's removing the fact
All
that people need
mandates.
Yep.
vaccines and the
Yeah,
other
all
side is
mandatory vaccines.
As it should be, because we are not a mandate communist country. That we should
Yeah,
have
he's
never
removing
delved
all
into that.
mandatory vaccines. Yeah,
All
not just
mandatory
not.
because
Yep,
We need
not just the
medical
COVID.
freedom.
All mandated vaccines.
The
that is
It's
whole
medical freedom. No matter how they try to
yep.
spin it, that is your medical freedom. If you want it, go get it. Okay. But you telling somebody they can't feed their family, they can't go to work, they can't travel, they can't do things because you're afraid of getting sick, you guys must not have kids. Stay home if that's how
well,
you feel.
and here's the other thing. We can go even deeper on the medical
oh,
freedom.
there it is. Mark, play that clip.
But what I'm most excited about is an announcement that we're going to make, that we're making now, which is that the Florida Department of Health, in partnership with the governor, is going to be working to end all vaccine mandates in Florida law. All of them. All of them.
All of them.
Oh,
All of them.
oh.
Every
And here in deep red Texas, they're still attacking doctors
Yes.
who went after who were exposing the truth on the vaccines. And I
Correct.
think, and as far as medical freedom is concerned, besides the band-aids, the whole system needs to be rehauled because,
Correct.
like, for example, like let's say a thyroid cancer patient had their thyroid removed and has to have their medication now with the Affordable Care Act, it's not affordable for them anymore. They have to go to the doctors, and then the new policies to keep them safe while they're passing out deadly COVID vaccines for free, they have to pay $100 or even more so um, to go see a doctor. And then the price of the medication now, because we shipped it off to India and China because we don't make it here anymore, that this person has to get the medication. It should be available to the person without having all these protocols that aren't keeping them safe. And as a former nurse, the stuff that people have to go through to get life sustaining medication is not realistic, and it's not beneficial, and there's 30% of Americans who are dependent on medication actually skip doses. They have to, they try to, they try to sort it out so they can stretch it in order to afford it. And that's not, we are the leading country in medical technology, but we are the sickest country in the world, and it just doesn't make sense, and it's the most expensive. Case in point, India, that same thyroid patient in India can go get a blood work anytime that they want to, and then just goes to the pharmacy and gets the medication, and the medication is only $3 to $10, where here in America it's anywhere from $50 to $400. It doesn't make
Healing
sense.
Well, it's a
healing
hijack of
illness is not a good
the part.
business model.
Well, somebody told me that it was a doctor who told me that long time ago. There's no money in health. The money is in you being sick. The money is in your cancer pills. The money is in the constant treatments, the rehabilitation, the therapy. Being sick is big business. Okay. And that's what they want. And Dr. Peter McCullough is one of those doctors. He's a good friend of mine. And he was one of the ones who spoke out against, he warned us that this vaccine was going to produce turbo cancers. It was going to produce an AIDS like syndrome in people. He warned us, and 450 complaints against his license came in within a few months of him um, putting that out there. And I just want to remind people, and then shout out to Dr. McCullough, because one of the bravest people, that is a doctor who took an oath to do no harm, like Ava and a lot of other people who actually cared. But this is what happens when the government is involved in so many freaking things. Okay. Why does the government care if you drop dead? When COVID came out, that was the first question I asked. Why does the government care whether I'm, if I die or not? They don't. there knew there had to be an agenda, and there, as soon as I heard that they let the manufacturers off of liability, there's your answer. And the next thing we know, we got Congress trading the stock like they're Tic Tacs of all this medical stuff that was all a big hose job for the American people, and it has to stop. And it stops when Mike, Gator, Ava, Laverne, the people like us who are fighting, we got to get loud and we got to get across that finish line. We got to stop letting them freeze us out of government. And that's what's been happening. But that's what you people never ever, what did Reagan say? The most dangerous words, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. The government can't do anything right. They haven't kept our borders secure. They can't balance the budget. We're trillions of dollars in debt. Stop listening to these people. Okay, if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. So that's the doctrine I use for that. But if, again, for people who want it, go get it. But if you're listening to CNN, I don't listen to CNN for the same reason I don't drink out of the toilet. Okay, exact same result. Okay, if you're letting the news tell you this, that, and the other, then you are woefully uninformed. Turn off the TV and imagine how much healthier you're going to be.
Amen.
Raven, I think you and I could have a really productive good cop bad cop thing going on. I think we need to focus on that. Yeah, I like that.
So we have to. It just amazes to me. You can tell, and come on, Gator, Ava, you guys know. You can tell the ones who are listening to CNN. The first word that comes out of their mouth is
Oh, it's not hard.
remember? Oh, Trump told people to drink fish tank cleaner, like hell he did. And even if
Yeah.
he did, why would you do it?
And bleach, according to them.
But then why would you do it? You hate him, so why are you listening to anything it's absolutely mind-blowing how ridiculous it's gotten, how they can just blatantly lie. Rosie O'Donnell, oh, I misspoke about the shooter being a white MAGA. No, you didn't misspeak, you lied. You lied.
They all
Okay,
do
you're
it.
spreading fake news because that was one of your trans boys. You got to own that.
It was just like that one in New York. They got caught. What was it? Was it the New York Times? Hey, knock that shit off out there. Just like that one in, I think it was the New York Times or one of them something. Anyway, is that black fella that was shooting up in New York some time back. He blatantly said, it appears we have a white guy with a mustache shooting up an office building, when they had already put out the motherfucker's picture and he was straight up black. He was black as my damn hat. And they'd already put his picture out an hour beforehand. And this motherfucker reported him as a white guy with a black mustache.
Gator, you're not
I'm
going to
like,
get away with it. Feed this dog. You give him some love this minute. I know what that whimper sounds like.
Yes, Lord. That's
Mama got it.
It's I'm hungry.
Mama got it.
That's right. That's the
That fucking dog. Woo.
We don't deserve dogs. They too good. But I'm telling you, but it's a winnable fight. And Mike knows up there. It's actually probably, little. I mean, it's all dirty. But always don't sleep on what's going on here in Florida. Got the legislators selling us out right behind our back up there in Tallahassee.
Absolutely.
So we've got work to do. But that's why it's important that we stay in it. That's why these podcasts and this conversation matters. That's why what Laverne does matter, what Gator does matter, is because we got to get it.
We got a state boy that's running for a Florida state level legislation position, Corey Jett.
Corey,
I'll give him a quick shout out. He's running for Legislative District 11, not to be confused with Mike's district on the Fed level 11. But he's going to go up there and take that rhino spot, because if he doesn't get that guy's spot, that guy's going to be our state legislator, Speaker of the House coming up. And he ain't nothing but he is a rhino. I can't remember his name, but Corey will be on our Town Hall Tuesday podcast that we launched this past Tuesday, which went off very wonderfully. Miss Ava and Mr. Mike was part of that, and we did it just like a town hall. But you catch it next Tuesday, and you need to be on there, woman, Raven, ma'am. You're one of
I
our
was
candidates. You need to be on there for that shit.
yes, I had a really busy media week last week. I
But
apologize. And so
that's okay. We'll get you on
and
there.
then
But
I was out, we were playing reindeer games in court, with Laverne. We were out there in court trying to stick up for it. But that was a horrible, guys. Nothing worse than seeing, her have to drag those kids into court only to sit there and for them to tell her her public defender didn't bother to show up. And so she's 7 months pregnant now, and they pushed it back 30 days. Didn't even ask. I'm like, she's going to be at or ready to give birth when she's there. And
hey,
it was
you look at
stressful
it
for her
here.
child.
Look what
crazy.
Laverne's got going on right here, right now. She got her own sort of town hall going on right now.
Yep.
She got candidates
do it.
galore going on right here. And if
But I'm glad you guys
Gregorio will
missed
get
me.
out
I
of the
gotta
comments
get back
section over
in.
here and go check his DMs, I sent him the link too.
So I sent it. I didn't have a minute to breathe last week. My only free day was a day, and we were hanging out. So my apologies for that, Gator. But hope
That's
and
okay,
your
hon.
video now, so you're not gonna let me messy bun through this anymore, right?
That's right. That's all right. You're like Miss Ava. You can just roll out of bed pretty.
Well, she's naturally gorgeous. Some of us have to work, so we don't roll out of bed looking like that. Mike's like,
You
I got
want
nothing
to
for
say
you.
anything sweet about me, huh, Gator?
I think it's a redhead thing though, actually, because it's like my wife. My wife's a redhead. She just rolls out of bed naturally gorgeous too. So I think, is that what it is, Miss Ava? Is it a redhead thing? Because my wife does the same thing. She just rolls out of bed naturally gorgeous. It's that, and I think it's the Native American thing. Or is it just the women of color and redhead? Is that what it is? Because Miss Laverne does it too. Every time I see her, she's like on the nines. I'm telling you.
Gator, my wife's a brunette, so I think we're just gonna say it's a woman thing.
I think that's the safe way of doing that shit. I think that will keep all of us alive of the male persuasion. I believe that will just save us all. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to shove my damn boot further down my throat.
I'll give the Native American ancestors some credit.
Let us know about the podcast, Gator. When is your next live for your podcast?
Well, my next live actually is going to be the debut of my new one, which I want to talk to you about, Miss Laverne. It's called It's Bullshit. Which
that's so Gator.
And that one's going to be mine. And I'm going to be debuting it Monday. And I want to debut it I would like to debut it at 7 p.m. this coming Monday. But we have our special. That will be going on at 6 p.m. about CPS and the trafficked children.
It won't be enough time, Gator.
Don't stop the party.
So what I would like to do, ma'am, is if I could get with you and Miss Letitia, is when she is wrapping hers up, I just kind of like to just roll right into my new inaugural show and just keep right on rolling on that subject. Yeah. Because my show, It's Bullshit, is about whatever is going on in the country, because whatever's going on in the country is normally bullshit. And children being trafficked is exactly that. It's bullshit.
Bullshit. Come on.
And
it's catchy.
And I'd like to I'd like when she runs out of time, or if she's fed up, if people wants to keep on talking about it, I carried on with my show. If that's all right with you, ma'am, and I'll just have you all just kind of shuffle right on over.
You can live stream also. Not a problem.
I can. I actually went ahead and took out a small loan and I bought the upgraded core program so I can have a whole bunch of folks on the screen and shit. So I'm like very young.
Guys, I apologize. I have got the device I'm using is about to be taken by a pilot, so I need to dive off. I just wanted to tell you all I really appreciate you making time for me.
Thank you for joining. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. It's always a pleasure.
Get ready to close out of this program for today. Mike, go ahead on and tell the people how they can find. Wait, Raven, since you leaving, y'all
Okay.
listen. Support Raven. Support Raven. I think Raven has a great chance of winning. She's in Congressional District 23.
23. And
And you
appreciate it. And it's
can
Raven Harrison for Congress.com, and that's Raven Harrison, FOR Congress.com. I appreciate it, guys. Every little bit helps. Appreciate you all being here. Thanks for having my back. I have yours. And we'll see you on the next one.
Okay. And Ava?
Yes.
See you soon, Raven.
And please follow Raven. I need y'all to follow Raven so you can keep up with what's going on. Follow everybody that's on the hood. Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing? Take care.
That is Raven's page. And that's where her link is to donate on her page. And you can also follow her on Twitter so you can keep up with everything that's going on with her and her campaign. Ava?
Yeah, you can find me at avazalari.com. And I am the 2nd District in Texas.
And who are you running against?
I am running against Dan Crenshaw. Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, Ava, I'll beat my Dan if you beat your Dan, okay?
All right, deal.
We're gonna get him out.
That's good. I'll hold you to it.
Dan is done. We'll ditch the Dan.
And Mike?
The day of the Dan is over. Yep,
Mike,
my
you and find out more information about your campaign.
Yep. So my my website is mikewilnawcd11.com. I've been told that that's kind of a mouthful, so I think we're gonna buy a new domain. It's gonna be mikeforflorida.com. It's a little shorter, a little bit sweeter, and you don't have to try and spell my crazy last name that way.
Okay.
And Mike, see my boy Bruno. We can do domains too.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome.
But yes, as far as us, we are Patriots United. You can find our website, patriotsunited.us. The candidates you saw on the screen today, Miss Raven, Miss Ava, Mr. Mike right there, and Giorgio in the comments over there. Those 4 are just 4 of our candidates that we endorse. And there are others.
Next week.
What's that, ma'am?
Giorgio can join us next week if he'd like.
Yeah, I tried to get him to pop in this evening. Mr. Giorgio, you can join us next week, Miss Laverne said. We just started our Town Hall Tuesdays podcast this past Tuesday, and it will be running every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be running a format just like a town hall that you see on TV. And we're going to be running 2 candidates a week. And just hop in on the comments if you want to come up on the screen and ask them a question just like you see here. I'll send you the link. You can come up and you can interact with the candidates. We prefer that you are one of their constituents, but if you're not, that's fine too. And I'm also going to be kicking off my inaugural podcast on Monday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And this one is going to be in conjunction with Miss Laverne and Miss Letitia Perkins. The Perkins Report is what she said. And we're just going to be a special on the traffic children and how CPS is completely fucking that up. But we're going, like Miss Laverne said earlier, and I'm sure she's going to talk about it again. There's a lot of special guests that's going to be on that show, and like I said, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern, I do believe, right, Miss Laverne?
Yes.
And it'll go as long as they want it to go. I'm going to postpone my inaugural starting of my show for until they're finished, and then I'm going to start mine right when they're finished, and hopefully we'll just merge right on into my show and continue right on talking about that evil, shitty topic, and right on through. Because that's my plan, and me and Miss Laverne will work it out over the next few days to make that happen smooth and seamlessly. And that's what I got to say. And again, thank you, Miss Laverne, for always having me on, and thank you for allowing me to bring my people to you and be a part of what you do.
Okay. So, thank you everyone for joining us today on the Hood Conservative Podcast. We will see you. Please follow everybody. Check out these candidates. Donate to their campaigns, and reach out to them. You can find all the information on their websites. So thank you for joining us today on the Hood Conservative Podcast. We will see you on Monday at 6 p.m. We'll be here.
Can I say one thing before we leave, Miss Laverne? That's okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a grassroots candidate. There's a bunch of good people running down here in Florida. The fact of the matter is we're running up against the establishment. It doesn't matter if you're against a Republican incumbent or a Democrat incumbent. The fact of the matter is we can't do it on our own. And they have the entire system behind them, and all we have is each other. So we have to stick together. For you, if you're not running, I recommend you get involved. You have to. It's the only way that we can take our country back, because otherwise all we're doing here is talking. And I don't want that to be the case. I want to get there, but it's not just me. You know, Ava, Raven, Aaron, Gregorio, people like us are the ones that need to be pushing the progress that we believe in forward. So you can't vote harder, but you can vote better. Get involved, meet your candidates, talk to these people, find out who's running, who's not backed by the establishment, who doesn't have $2 million in their bank account to spend on billboards and fancy mailers, because we are the people who are going to save this country. And I'm not talking about just me, I'm talking about the community effort. It's all of us. We have to all get there if we're going to push this to the right direction. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
I agree. Get involved in your GOP. The GOP is corrupt. We need to clean it out, inside out. And yeah, thank you, Mike, for saying what you said, because it's absolutely 100% true. And Laverne, thank you for this opportunity, because it's people like you. Everybody has a position. Everybody has a role in this. We can do this together. We can take our country back. I'm excited. People are waking up. And again, thank you all for being here today.
One last thing, Laverne, you kind of froze up. When you were talking. I don't think the people heard it. Down there at the bottom, CurleysHouseFoodBank.com.
Yes.
I didn't hear it said. Y'all make sure you go to that website. Help Miss Laverne out. She does a lot for the community down there. And if you go and you donate and you help her out, you helping her helps her community, and it also helps this podcast get put out to help all of everybody. So go there, CurleysHouseFoodBank.com. You see it on the banner right there. You see it at the bottom right here. Please go help Miss Laverne out, because she helps a whole lot of folks. Okay, and that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you, Austin. I just saw you post in House Paint. Thank y'all, Meg, G, Grego, Night Runner 4. Okay, I see you. I see everybody in there. Join us, please, on Monday at 6 p.m. right back here on X. And thank you all for joining us today, hoodies. And thank you, candidates, for coming to talk about your campaign. If you're running for office and you would like to visit the Outlaw Gator Show or my podcast, The Hood Conservative, please inbox us and let us know. And you can also inbox Vivian and let her know. So thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer, and I'm asking for your support today. Thousands of Americans struggle to get food, and they wonder where their next meal is going to come from. But I'm here, been working with them for over 25 years
to provide food to people that need it the most right here at our community food bank. So today, I'm asking you for your support. Please provide a contribution to help make a real difference in our community and to help us feed people. And you can do it right here. Donate today on Cash App. And you will see the link above.